me see if we can spot it. There it is! One of the best parts of the game. Hey guys, it's Adam aka Swimming Bird, and welcome to the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on Nintendo Switch. This is part 9, so if you missed any episodes so far, please catch up with the links down in the description. Last time we went hunting for hidden treasure, wrangled a wild bear to ride around on, and took down a giant Stalnox mini-boss, but today we are heading for KAKARIKO Village. Before we go though, we are playing a game where I can climb anywhere, and I would feel remiss if I didn't show you guys the summits of the dueling peaks that we're right next to. Also, there's pretty good stuff up there, so it'll be worth our while, and won't take long at all. There we go, we got our bonus heart. Link got to sleep on a nice soft bed, which he earned after that big battle we put him through last time. Let's talk to these guys, since we did steal their treasure. The little twin steps over the little river. My cave rests above that river's source. Almost there, just a little bit more, and I'll have the whole thing worked out.
Oh.
Get out of here, man. That's amazing. You've almost got it figured out. I already solved it. Link can be really cutting with his replies if you want him to be. Oof, you're lying. Psst, yeah, definitely lying. There's just no way a rookie like you could solve that puzzle before, Dak. Not a chance. Tell this guy to beat it, Dak. Quiet, Prison. I'm trying to think. Ugh, I just need a bit more time to solve this. And he never will. So even if they did solve it, they would be heading into a cave full of empty chests and broken dreams, unfortunately. But, you know, it's all for a good cause. So these are the dueling peaks, of course. And I think most people would probably try to climb up the smaller one first. It's right near the stable. And there's even a waterfall there if you want to use Cryonis to get up. But we're going to go up the bigger peak because it's not much tougher to climb. And that also means that when we're on the summit, we can just glide down to the peak of the smaller mountain. So over here, we should be able to find a nice slope that we can use to get up here if we can dodge some Octoroks and stuff along the way. And, are you gonna... Okay, Diaper Boy wants to climb with me, but we're gonna leave him here for now. Sorry, buddy. I'm going it alone, but we'll see him again in a few minutes when we get on the road to KAKARIKO. So the trick to climbing, it's not necessarily having the climber's bandana or a bunch of stamina. It's grabbing rush room. No, that temporarily increases movement speed. So that would be good to have a nice meal or some elixirs that have movement speed boosting, because it does count for climbing as well. But the key to climbing is really not climbing at all. It's just finding areas that you can run up, like slopes that aren't super steep, and then you save a ton of stamina and you don't risk falling off, because once your stamina's gone, you can't catch yourself with a paraglider, and it's a whole mess. So yeah, just trying to find places like this where we can get up most of the mountain without having to climb it. It also helps, especially if the weather turns on you and it starts to rain, because you cannot climb very well in the rain. You will slip down, and you gotta use a bunch of boosts to try to jump up, and it's just a nightmare, and you really want to be doing other stuff than climbing in the rain, so it's best to avoid it. The rush rooms are making me think of the silent shrooms. We got some of those, I think. I don't know why they weren't called shush rooms, because it makes you silent, and that would be a nice pun, but maybe I'll send that to Nintendo for the patches they'll release eventually with the DLC. So anyways, ooh, we got some deer over here. But yeah, this is a nice little patch of forest, and we're kind of heading up these slopes here. We're about to go into uncharted territory, but stuff like this forest and this part here, usually hide unique things, and even if it's just a Korok, it's usually worth going to. Let's see if we can get this guy running back. Oh no! Nope. I could use my movement speed potion, because we're climbing anyways. I got this from a traveler, and maybe we'll catch up to that deer. That's okay. He can run off. We're gonna get a deer eventually. But yeah, the movement speed is definitely helping in combination with our bandana to get us up the mountain pretty well here. Ooh, it is raining now, so we're gonna have a tough time. Let's take a look though. We're at the edge of another area of the map. Looks like the jungle over there. There's some palm trees, and yeah, you can see a lot of stuff on a clear day. I do see a big old cow that is he's drinking. He's having a drink. I think these guys will charge us, so I don't want to maybe test my luck. No, he's gonna run away. He got afraid. Kind of like the goats. They'll try to charge at you, but they're just big cowards. They'll run away if they think that you're a danger. So yeah, because we're going up the back of the mountain here, it should be easier to get up, even with this rain coming down. It looks like it's about to clear up anyways. It's going into cloudy weather. And it's nice that even if the weather's bad, it only lasts so long. It's usually a handful of minutes, and then you get another weather cycle, so it won't last too long. Ooh, this looks like one of these guys gonna wake up. We got a sleepy rock ground here. Yep, it's auto-saving, so I know that this one, yeah, this is the one. All right, let's have a Stone Talus fight. Let me grab my sledgehammer here. Okay, and lock on. This is, oh, Stone Talus Jr. Aw, I've never seen one of these guys before. Oh, wow. Yeah, they are a little easier. Aw, man, I feel bad. Poor Junior. His name makes me think that he's only a couple thousand years old or something, because he is made out of rock, but who's gonna tell Stone Talus, Mrs. Stone Talus, that we murdered her son? I feel bad. But yeah, that was much easier than the fight that we had on the plateau, so I didn't realize there were junior ones. That's cool. Okay, so we're heading up the mountain here, and we should be pretty close to the peak already. But you can see, yeah, I'm running most of the way up this. We don't really have to climb that much. And even if it does make you climb, there's always the option to hit the run button, and then you'll just kind of cancel it. And if you're on a slope, then that means that you'll be able to stand, you know, if it's enough room for you to stand, then you can get your stamina back that way. So it is helpful to not necessarily always climb if the game is going to let you climb. There's definitely areas that are easier to get your stamina back by canceling that out. We're pretty close here. There's a bunch of birds up there. It makes me think that Errol's up there or something, but that's the wrong Zelda. They look kind of like seagulls, but they're probably, I don't know. That might just be a sign that it's like, hey, go up here because there's something worth seeing, and we're about to get to it as we get over the crest of the mountain. There it is. It's a shrine, and there's something else up there as well. Some statues. But yeah, it looks like they're all above that. Yeah, man, those birds are... We're at the top of a mountain, so they are definitely high up there. And if you see a shrine and you can get to it, even if you see something else, I suggest running over and activating it. This is the Veneer Shrine. But yeah, at least activating it so that you can teleport it, just in case, you know, whatever happens, a moblin kicks you off a mountain. You don't want to have to deal with that and then go all the way back up. But now that this is activated, we can get back to here even before we complete it. And then look, there's another shrine nestled in the other peak. So that was why I went up here, not just, you know, because it's easier to get to the other one, but easier to get to that shrine as well. So we got some statues here, and one has a nice apple offering, but the other is going without. So let me see if we can drop an apple in here for this one as well. There we go. And of course, it's a Korok. It's one of the creepy ones. I don't know why that leaf is a bit creepier than than some of the others. We're all up here alone with this Korok, so I feel bad. You can probably just take those apples again, but I feel like it would be mean to take the offering, so I always leave them there. Apples are common anyways. Okay, so we're heading into a shrine, and this is kind of a unique shrine because just like the peaks, they have a link between the two, between the two shrines that we just found. They're connected in a way. And we'll see here, it's a puzzle that you don't see too often in this game. Most shrines are standalone. Almost all of them allow you to complete the puzzle or challenge inside without bringing in outside stuff necessarily. But this one is a bit unique. So we got all these little nooks and a couple of balls to drop. Twin memories. So there's a little plaque here to give us a hint. The shrines atop these peaks share a connection. Their memory, the answer to the other's question. Commit to memory before you start, lest a failure you will depart. They even rhymed to show us how important this is. So yeah, if we ride the elevator up here, you can see this is a 5x5 grid of little nodes that we have to activate. I love how when you get to the top of the elevator, Link kind of like hops up a little bit from the force of it. There is a bonus chest in here that took me a little bit to find, but there's always bonus chests, so look for them. The 8-fold long blade, a single-edged sword, seldom seen in Hyrule. This weapon is passed down through the Sheikah tribe and has an amazingly sharp edge ideal for slicing. So we got 2 of those hammers. I might get rid of the one that we just used to murder a rock child. There we go. All right, and now we can get this cool blade here, which is also 2-handed, but should be pretty good. It's a huge katana. Yeah, look at that, jeez. All right, so yeah, if you're keeping track of this stuff, This is when you want to take a screenshot when you're at the top of the elevator, preferably. Take a screenshot or just write it down. I actually just did notes like I was playing an old school Zelda game. But to speed this up, before we go down to the other shrine, I'm just gonna solve this puzzle here and save us some time because I know the pattern from the other shrine as well. So I'm just gonna grab these and place them, and when we get to the lower shrine, you'll see this is the pattern that it's gonna have. And the solution is just, of course, to make sure that you are moving these into the spots from its opposite peak, and then you will have it. All right, and I think one more here in the corner should be it. I've got a big list of horse names that I was brainstorming, and I put the solution on the paper with the horse names. The solution takes up a very small amount of space, and then the horse names are like the entire rest of it. Oh, what happened here? Is that, oh, my my hammer was in the way, so we're gonna have to drop something real quick. I was like, why didn't that go in there? There we go. All right, I was about to say, I hope I have the solution right, but because I threw that hammer down there, no, we're throwing that out of here. Okay, so we, I knocked into it again, and then it's gotta show us that it opened. We got to hear the jingle one more time. All right, so that is the solution, and we got the bonus chest, and the other shrine is gonna look pretty similar, but we get more rewards for doing that too, because they are bound together. All right, so yeah, these, it's pretty easy climb, like I showed you, and you get 2 rewards, two orbs, everything for one connected puzzle. So it definitely seems like it is worth going up here. And the other slope to the second peak is a little scarier than the bigger one, actually. We got to see some cool sights on this one, but the other slope has some dangerous monsters on it. So I don't know. I'm still debating in my mind whether I'm going to try to tackle some of the stuff that we're about to see here very soon. It's pretty early. I feel like I'm confident that I could beat this monster we're going to see, but at the same time, I would probably go through all my weapons. I don't know if I actually have enough weapons to do the amount of damage to take it down, so I might skip it, but I'm going to show it to you guys all the same. And look, we can see a bunch of shrines already. There's a stable over there. I'm just going to glide right down here and get to the second one. This is the She Beneath Shrine, and I wonder if it's like beneath, because it's underneath the cliff there. And there are some ledges on the other side here. Like, I think you're kind of meant to jump off and climb up those, but I can't imagine this early in the game, if you tackle this early, having the stamina to get all the way up there, because that is a big climb. I guess if you're packing a bunch of food and potions and stuff that can get your stamina back, it is possible. But at the same time, yeah, I've only got a handful of that stuff right now. Freezing climate, so I talked about that before. We've got a freezing climate where I'm at right now. It is very snowy and cold. It feels like, yeah, you gotta go back to the plateau and run around Mount Hylia to really feel like it's paralleling real life right now. All right, so this is the other Twin Memory Shrine. It has the same hint here for us. And we are gonna, using the elevator is kind of like, that is the part that I tried to kind of jot down. This is a good direction, because if you accidentally like look at one the other way, you got to keep it straight, because it is mirrored and it can be a little confusing. But yeah, Link kind of is like, huh? When the elevator starts moving, and then he pops up a little bit from the force of it. I really like that detail. And then, of course, because it's opposite, this side also has a hidden chest over here. A serpentine spear. The spearhead of this weapon is uniquely Sheikah in design. Spear masters of the Sheikah clan can use the crescent shape to snag their opponents and deliver brutal cuts. That's pretty gruesome there, just like get around somebody's neck. I'm not sure what to drop because I have that mop that I like. I think this is a bit stronger than the halberd, and it's a very similar type of weapon. So let's get rid of that. We won't have to make decisions between this stuff too much longer. The halberd's actually better. I like the spear design a little bit. We got a lot of Sheikah stuff going on, so I am going to stick with that. But now we gotta match the pattern from the upper shrine here. So we got this bottom corner, the middle one. But it's pretty quick, you know, when you know what you're doing with these. Took me a little bit. I puzzled over this and then was like, wait a second. There's another peak and probably another shrine here. So I put it together. I think it's not too... most of the puzzles in here aren't really that difficult to figure out. A couple of them have been tasking me a little, you know, I always figure them out before I leave. I never like to leave a shrine. I have that pride where I'm like, I can't leave until I solve it, but at the same time, some of them have been a little rough. It's just the majority of them are pretty simple to figure out. And I think this elder, like, even looks like they're mirrored as well. They got the same pose, but they're just kind of slooping over to the other side as well. There we go. We had resourcefulness and we got our second orb. So we're halfway to another upgrade, which we just spent that to get more stamina. And I know some people are like, get some hearts, you gotta get hearts in this, but I mentioned before, yeah, you can transfer stuff later. So having a ton of stamina is not necessarily bad, especially for traveling around. And then if I'm getting ready to fight somebody, then I can put it into my hearts. And you can't do it on the fly, of course, but it's something we could do before we go into any of the dungeons and stuff like that. All right, speaking of fighting somebody, let's go take a look on the other side of this peak here, because we've got all these slopes that are gonna lead down and have some interesting stuff, to say the least. This is gonna be our first encounter with a very iconic enemy that I love, but is terrifying at the same time. So yeah, this is another way you could go up. It's got more stuff to do on it, I feel like. There's a little bokoblin camp over there, and I think there's something back here. Yeah, there's like a ruins of a cottage or something. This is kind of a nice little place where we could chill and get some firewood, cook some food if we wanted. Ooh, there's something else in here that we can grab. Another iron sledgehammer. Man, these are really useful just because I feel like other than axes are good for cutting, but these are great for busting stuff up if you don't want to launch them with bombs. So I like having sledgehammers, but at the same time, it's not a weapon that I usually use for combat too often. I tend to stick with swords, or I do like spears as well. Let's put another apple in there, as we saw the same puzzle here. But yeah, you'll see a lot of these Korok puzzles pop up in different areas and have similar solutions. There's different types of them that are gonna fit into the same setup. Ooh, we got some heat resistance from this, so if we do go into a hot place, this is good to have. And one thing I'm kind of debating, I want to get the amiibo scanning going here pretty soon so you guys can see some of the amiibo stuff, specifically one that is really cool. And I'm kind of debating whether or not to actually use the amiibo gear. And you guys can kind of tell me which way you want me to go with this in the comments while I go destroy these bokoblin here, hopefully. But yeah, so my thoughts on this is that I kind of want to not take the amiibo stuff from the chests, even the little like meat and different stuff that I'll get from just scanning them in. Not even the unique rewards, but like it gives you some resources as well. And I'm thinking it would kind of spoil some of the stuff that we'll find later on, and maybe even make it a little too easy to have some of that stuff. So I kind of want to show it to you guys, but not necessarily use it. So let me know if you think that is a good idea. My mop! I wanted to deliver the final blow. I wanted to clean up this battle with, we got one more guy with that, but at the same time, I didn't, oops, the sun was distracting me. There we go. At the same time, I didn't want to light my mop on fire, so that happened on accident. Battles can always go in unexpected ways in this game, so yeah, that wasn't too tough of a camp. I just lost a bow, so that's kind of useful, and we'll see what we got. But the monster that I'm afraid of is very close to here. Okay, yeah, we got a lot of stuff. I feel like when we get to the first town, I'm gonna have plenty of resources to sell. We don't even need, yeah, the stuff from the amiibo is gonna give me stuff that would be good to sell. It's a lot of things that I might not necessarily need to keep, but could sell to get extra rupees. The shiny blue facets make you weak in the knees. But at the same time, it's like, we got enough money from other stuff. I'm kind of leaning towards not bothering to do that. And this is going to be a little bit of a risk. I might lose all the stuff in there. There we go. Just an apple and an acorn. I catch that stuff out of the air. All right, I'm going to grab the steak. Not too worried about taking any of their other weapons here, because they're just clubs and stuff. But let's head over the hill. The sun is going down, so this is going to be extra creepy here. Let me see if we can spot it. There it is. Haha. That is a guardian stalker. I'm sure you guys seen them before. If you watched the cutscene a couple episodes back, they were all over the place. So these are the fully functioning very scary versions of the Guardians, the decayed ones we saw, and they move around really fast. If you try to get close to them, they will try to scuttle away from you. I learned a little bit from the making of Breath of the Wild. There's a little documentary series that was posted on Nintendo's YouTube channel. They talked about how they were actually based off of the Octorok a little bit from the first game, because if you play the original Zelda, the Octorok are kind of giant looking and kind of scary, and that was one of the main influences for those. But they definitely feel like they're a combo of maybe Beamos, Octorok, Tektites, stuff like that, older Zelda enemies. This looks like another place for a Stone Talus fight, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. I want to hit the road here, because we are getting close to KAKARIKO, so we're going to glide back down, and I'm going to get Diaper Boy, and we'll get going. But yeah, that area over there is pretty scary, having that Guardian go around. And if you want to see me, again, that's another thing you guys can influence. If you want to see me tackle a Guardian before I'm ready to battle them, you let me know, because there are ways, like I showed, to, deflect their beams and take them out. That's a good way to do damage. And you can there's other strategies that I won't spoil, but we will see soon here. Okay, so we're pretty close. There's some other horses. I'm, tempted to see if we could find a better horse here. That one almost looks like a certain famous horse, but I'm gonna stick with the horse I got. We'll have another horse soon enough. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Weigh in on that stuff if you don't mind in the comments. All right, so we're back at the stable. I can't believe we climbed all the way up that one mountain, went over the other, and then made our way all the way down. There's trees up there making me look like they're watching me. The Koroks are alive, so who knows? Maybe the trees are watching us. This guy we talked about the blood moon. We haven't seen it yet, but he will tell us about the moon phases, which is kind of nice. Oh, you again? Are you interested in my research? What's tonight's moon? Tonight is the third quarter moon, like a bow aiming for the heavens above. Well, ask me anything. All right. AMA. Well, I'm sorry. I spend so much time thinking about the moon that it's all I can talk about. But yeah, if you ever need to know what the moon phases are going to be, go talk to that guy. And we are going to grab Diaper Boy the Second from the stable, and they'll go wrangle him up, even though I left him over by the mountain, and get him to us. Okay, let's get out of here. Even though the sun is setting, we could rest at the campfire. I don't need to get healed, so this is a better way. If you want to pass time and you don't want to wait at the inn, then just go over to one of these, and we will get going if we don't have a blood moon popping up. Okay, I feel like we're on the cusp of having a blood moon. All right, goodbye, Cocos. We're gone. I'm sorry I picked you up and put you at the table. Okay, but yeah, this road here is a straight shot, so we shouldn't have much trouble getting to KAKARIKO. Don't want to run over any travelers. And again, there's lots of horses in this field. This is an area I really like. It feels like kind of indicative of the style of this game. It's a big field of grass, one of those Studio Ghibli fields where the grass blows, and it's really beautiful. It's filled with Guardian corpses, but it's a really nice area. We'll come back to here soon because we got to go this other way later on. So that's KAKARIKO, and the other way is Hateno Village. That's where we're headed next after we stop in at KAKARIKO. And that name, I don't know if this is something I didn't realize for years, but is a reference. I think the French term for like a rooster crowing is kokoriko, so it's like that's what that reference is. Why there's always somebody with chickens in KAKARIKO Village, typically. Let's talk to this guy. If you're looking to head toward Hateno Village, just cross the bridge and head to the east. I'm selling a few things I picked up in my travels. Doesn't cost a look. All right. It's got some 5 o'clock shadow going on. Ooh, an energetic rhino beetle. It's tempting to buy that just to show you guys what happens when we have one in our inventory. But yeah, let's do it. I got rupees. I got a bunch of rubies as well. Thanks a heap. It's a pretty expensive beetle, but it's cool looking. Thanks. Need anything else? Take care out there. It's the Animal Crossing system of bugs where they're worth a ton of money, or at least they are selling for a ton of money. Okay, so let's head across this decayed bridge, and we're going through some mountains here, so it's a little creepy. I like the idea of like a hidden village in the mountains. I feel like that's used a lot, but it does feel like it's nice to go through an area that seems a little scary, and then you get to the liberation of the village. We got a amaranth for some defense up, Hyrule herb. This is a really good one to just add to pretty much anything you're cooking, and it will literally spice it up and add some extra effects and make it, well, not extra effects, but it makes it, increased in the effects that it gives you. So there's certain foods like the radish that we got. If you just put an herb with that, then you're pretty much good to go. It'll really heal you up a lot and give you some bonus hearts. So what is this guy? It's a giant Korok. Shalaka. Aww. He reminds me of Totoro. We were just talking about Studio Ghibli.
Oh, Shalaka! You could see me?
I can see you.
Shalaza! Shalaka! It's been 100 years since anyone has been able to see me. I'm Hestu, and I need your help.
So if you remember, the first Korok we found was like, huh? You're not Hestu. So they're all looking for this guy. I really like his design.
Those monsters over there stole my beloved maracas.
So we gotta help out Hestu.
I think they're still there on the other side of those rocks.
We can help you, buddy. Don't worry.
I can't use my powers without them, Shoko. So please get my maracas back from them.
I'll do it.
Shaka.
The priceless maracas. Come on, diaper boy. Going into battle. But yeah, he's huge and a little creepy because he's a Korok, but he's giant. But he has such a innocent side to him. Like his voice is so high and innocent. So it's just a weird juxtaposition there. Hello, we got some blue bokoblins. Man, they just went right into it. That spear is gonna cause me some trouble. Maybe we need a better weapon here, like a spear of our own. I'm gonna try to stay back and keep away from him after the last guy with the fiery spear gave me so much trouble. They're kind of rooted in here. This is, Art of War stuff. We're keeping them bottlenecked. There we go. We got him. Okay, man. Got an extra shield, but I think we're full up on that stuff. I like the Sheikah one that we've been using here that we got in the shrine. Nothing really that worth taking, it looks like here. I will pick up their guts and stuff, though. Ugh. All right, and we got a extra chest, which should hold those precious, beloved maracas. It's Hestu's maracas, Hestu's beloved maracas. He's been shaking them since he was 2 years old. He would have been really small if yeah. I wonder how old he is if he's a kind of a tree creature. And he's more than, he's definitely more than 2 years old, obviously. But trees, they tend to live a really long time. So I wonder if he's like hundreds of years old or something. Okay, so let's. Oop. So I was about to say he's out here. No, that's Diaper Boy. All right, back down the hill. And this is definitely worth seeking out early on. I've been kind of alluding to this as an important thing to do.
Maracas!
Let's talk to him.
Shalakala! Those are my maracas. Please give them to me.
Here you go. Don't freak out. All right.
Shalaka! But wait, there's something wrong with my maracas. The Korok seeds inside are gone. How am I supposed to dance now? Shoko, if I had just one Korok seed, I could sing, dance, and use my powers to help you. You see, I have the power of inventory expansion. So let me know if you find some Korok seeds. There we go. This is the way to expand your inventory, and also the way to spend your Korok seeds that you've been probably accruing a lot of by this point. The children of the forest must have taken the Korok seeds from my beloved maracas. I never thought I'd be the target of one of their pranks, Shoko. But wait, do you have a Korok seed? I can smell the pungent odor. You do. You got a Korok seed from one of the forest children. If you give me just one Korok seed, I'll make your inventory bigger in return. Okay, yes please. Even Link, knows that this is a big deal that we've been waiting for. Shalaka! But which stash do you want more slots in? So this is a kind of a tough choice, but at the same time, weapons for sure. You won't get that many bows and shields in comparison, and having a couple is good enough. I really feel like you want to do weapons. Oh yeah! Shaky shaka! One of the best parts of the game. Watching a giant tree man da-na-na-na-na do his thing. Your weapon stash has been expanded. Shalaka! I still smell Korok seeds on you. Want me to expand your inventory again? So we could expand the others, and maybe we'll do... I really want to put them all into weapons right now, but if you watch his dance, Shokei, I'll just need 2 Korok seeds. Deal? His prices do go up, and they get pretty pricey after a while.
But if you watch his dance at the end,
Oh yeah, shaky shaka.
at the end, if you expand your weapons, it's red. If you expand the bows, it's green, and shields, it's blue. So I'm pretty sure that's a Triforce reference because of the colors. It's like the power, power to wield weapons, the wisdom to know when to defend, and the courage to snipe up a goblin in the nose with an arrow. The courage one doesn't work as well with the bows, but it kind of fits. Well, Link is also known for using his bows.
Oh, look at the time. I need to get back before Grandpa yells at me. Shoko, sorry I have to go, but I still need Korok seeds, so bring some to Korok Forest if you find any.
And we might be able to bribe him here for more. Thanks for bringing my maracas back. Once I see you off, I'm going back home to Korok Forest. Or did you want to talk a little more? So yeah, he's cutting us off here, unfortunately.
Korok Forest, it should be somewhere north of here. Grandpa told me if you get lost, follow the Hyrule River and continue north. That's what he said, and Grandpa is no liar.
Do you want to talk some more? Who are you? At this point, we're finally asking him.
Huh? I suppose I should tell you a little something about myself. My name is Hestu, the most celebrated musician of Korok Forest. Shalaka-la-la.
Do you want to talk some more? You've pretty much said everything we need to know.
Korok seeds come from the Korok children, and they're a little bit... Sorry, I blew out my singing voice.
Do you want to talk some more? He's not going to tell us that. I think the Korok seeds are supposed to be little Korok dupes.
Bye-bye.
So there we go. So yeah, he's just going to hang out here. And you can actually find him in a couple other spots, different stables, so we might seek him out in the future, because it is super useful to get more inventory slots. Eventually, he will stop letting you do that until you find him in the Korok Forest, which he mentioned before. All right, thank you guys for watching. We are going to finish up here because we are just down the road from KAKARIKO Village, and I want to spend a big episode trying to, check that place out, because there's a lot to see there, a lot to get, and some big story details on the way. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this. If you want to subscribe, we got more Zelda on the way and other games down the road too. Let's finish up with a Korok puzzle here in honor of Hestu, our dancing friend. There we go. So yeah, just put the one block to make the pattern the same. Oh, he's got a big old mustache beard there or something. Okay, thanks again, guys, and I'll see you next time for more Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Goodbye.